Okay, so picture this, a brand new town popping up on the frontier. It is chaotic, it is full of incredible, mind-blowing promise, but there are no laws. There's no sheriff. And into this town rides a powerful, mysterious stranger. Well, that stranger is artificial intelligence. Today, we're diving headfirst into this new reality, a world where AI has galloped in way faster than our laws can ever hope to keep up, creating a true Wild West of legal blind spots and, you guessed it, a whole mess of ethical tangles.
And look, this isn't just my metaphor. This quote comes directly from an AI founder, Alex Chan. And man, does it get right to the heart of the issue. He sees AI not just as some new tool, but as this new force, acting in a landscape where the old rulebooks, they just don't apply. It looks at this vast world of data like it's an open range and thinks, well, there's nothing here to stop me.
So to really understand what's happening in this new town, we've got to talk to two different groups of people. You've got the ones trying to make sense of all the chaos using the old maps, and then you have the ones who are actually out there drawing the new maps themselves. So we have two amazing perspectives to guide us today. On one side, there's Alena Makarevich. She's a commercial solicitor, and her job is to help businesses navigate the legal world as it exists right now. And on the other side, we have Alex Chan, the AI founder we just heard from. He's building this stuff from the inside out, facing all its challenges firsthand. You put them together, and we get a real 360-degree view of this new frontier. And you know what? Their shared view is, well, it's a little unsettling. They both see a landscape where this cowboy, AI, is moving so incredibly fast that the gap between the technology and the law isn't just a gap anymore. It's a canyon, a massive canyon, and that's where the real danger lies. This timeline really shows you the core of the problem. It's something called regulatory lag. Alex points out that, look, it took almost 2 decades, 20 years, for meaningful laws to catch up with social media. But with generative AI, we're seeing entire new generations of the tech pop up in just a couple of years, while the serious legal debates are literally just getting started. Technology is flying down the superhighway, and the law is still on a dirt road trying to figure out where the on-ramp is.
And this gap, it isn't just some abstract theoretical problem. No, it creates very real, very urgent questions that are popping up right now in courtrooms, in boardrooms, and in creative studios all over the world.
So first up, copyright. I mean, think about it. For AI models to learn, they have to consume absolutely massive amounts of data, and that includes copyrighted art, music, text, you name it. So what happens when an AI can then perfectly imitate an artist's style or generate brand new works based on their original creations? How do those creators, the actual people, protect their livelihoods?
And then there's the whole question of accountability. This one's a doozy. If a self-driving car causes an accident, or, and this is a scary one, a lethal autonomous weapon makes a mistake, who is to blame? Is it the owner, the manufacturer, the programmer who wrote the code, the AI itself? We simply do not have clear legal answers for this.
And this is a problem that's happening right now in the business world. Solicitors like Alena are getting called in more and more to fix contracts that were drafted by an AI. And these documents, they're often vague, inaccurate, or sometimes they contain what are called hallucinations, which is just a nice way of saying completely fabricated, made-up information. Sure, it promises to be efficient, but it can create an enormous amount of legal risk. So when you put all of this together, you really start to see the scale of the challenge we're facing. The law is just too slow. Creativity is vulnerable. Accountability is like a ghost in the machine. And there's absolutely no global agreement on what the rules should even be. I mean, that is the very definition of a lawless landscape. So if there's no sheriff and the rulebook is hopelessly out of date, where does that leave us, right? How do we make sure this powerful new cowboy doesn't just ride in and shoot up the town? Well, the answer, it seems, lies not in the technology itself, but in us.
This simple but really profound idea is the key. The tool itself is neutral. It doesn't care. The responsibility, the ethics, the conscience, all of that comes from the people who build it, who train it, and who deploy it out into the world. We are the gatekeepers here.
You know, faced with this super slow legal system, a lot of builders and thinkers inside the industry basically decided they couldn't just sit around and wait for a sheriff to show up. And this led to the rise of a guiding principle called responsible AI, which is really an attempt to self-govern, to build a conscience directly into the machine right from day one.
And this quote just illustrates that commitment perfectly. Alex's company, Videospace, actually adopted this phrase as part of its official mission. It's a powerful declaration that people, not just the cool new tech, are at the absolute center of their work.
This whole approach really reframes the entire discussion. It's not about replacing humans, it's about augmenting them. Look, AI is incredible at processing data and handling boring, repetitive tasks, but what it can't do is replicate those uniquely human skills: empathy, nuanced judgment, critical thinking, wisdom. You could say AI makes us more knowledgeable, but it's humans who provide the real intelligence.
But while building a conscience into AI is a crucial first step, it might not be enough. I mean, a town where everyone just relies on their own moral compass is still a town without a sheriff. And so right now, the world is scrambling to try and write that official rulebook.
But appointing a global sheriff for AI runs into three huge hurdles. First, you've got this intense race for AI dominance between nations, which makes cooperation, well, pretty difficult. Second, there's no universal agreement on what ethical AI even means. What's ethical in one culture might not be in another. And finally, even if we could write the rules, who would have the power to enforce them everywhere?
So the crucial point to take away from all this is simple. This is not a conversation about the future. The cowboy isn't riding into town. The cowboy is already here, changing everything. We are living smack in the middle of this AI revolution, and the question of how to govern it is one of the most urgent challenges of our time.
Which, of course, leaves us with a truly massive question. When a technology is this powerful, this autonomous, and evolving this quickly, can we, its creators, ever truly control it? It's a question that pushes us right to the limits of law, of ethics, of philosophy, and it's exactly where we'll pick things up next time. Join us then.